Cam Smith with Youth Sports Production, reporting from Jerry Hale Field in Victoria, BC. Thank you for tuning in. National League is hosting this year's District 7 Little League Championships, where 6 teams battle their way through round-robin play over the past week, with the top 4 teams qualifying for the semifinals Saturday, June 8th, with the finals taking place the following day at noon. In the first semifinal game, the Loritz All-Stars would continue their strong play in the tournament with a 6-3 victory over a tough squad out of Lake Hill. Loritz now have an impressive 6-0 record heading into the finals tomorrow and have only allowed 5 runs, complement to a nasty pitching staff and extremely talented defense. In the other semifinal game, National will take its 4-1 record and well-balanced team to the field today against a 3-2 Beacon Hill squad who finished round-robin action strong heading into the semis. This should be a good one, folks. Let's play ball! And getting the nod for Beacon Hill today is Owen Meacham, and this young man, he has come to play. Jerry Liang at the plate for National, and Meacham would catch him looking with some heat. Now next batter for National would be Carlin Johnson, and Meacham, he is going to rear back on a full count, and he's just going to blow one by Johnson for the second out of the inning. And then Connor Petrovic, he's going to step up to the plate, and Meacham is just going to blow one right by him for a call, third strike. Hey, strikes out the side. And what a start to this Beacon Hill squad. Bottom half of this first inning, that is Delure on the mound, 1 out. And he is going to throw one right into McDougall. McDougall will line one out. That is right to Johnson with a nice catch on the plate. And then Eddie Gourlay, he would step up to the plate for Beacon Hill. And Delure would rear back, and he's going to throw some heat and just blow one past the young man for the third out. That's 3 up, 3 down. This looks like a pitching duel right here, folks. And Delure, he's at the plate for Nashville, and that is Meacham, and he's going to rear back on a 1-2 pitch, and he's going to blow one right back, pitcher to pitcher, right there for the first out of the inning. Now Cam Galloway is going to try and get things going for Nashville, and that's Meacham. You know, he's pitching. He's got 4 Ks so far. Oh, but he is going to walk Galloway, and that puts the first runner of the game on a base in this low-scoring game. Now Meacham would face Caden James. There's 1 out and a runner on first, and that is a 1-2 count. And he blows one by. That's his 5th strikeout of the game right there for this young man. Now Shaver up the plate. He doesn't want to leave, and he ducks on the pond. So he gets up to bat. Meacham, he is going to rear back. This young man throwing well, throws some heat, and that is a pop-up. And that's going to go right to Sky McDougall for the third out of the inning. Man, oh man, this is a good one we got going here, folks. And bottom of the second inning, Owen Meacham, he is up to the plate, and Delure, he is looking on an 0-2 count, and he catches him sleeping. Oh, I don't think Meacham likes that very much. First out of the inning. Then the ever-dangerous Jack Trecconi steps up to the plate for Beacon Hill, and Delure, he is going to throw one offering right to Trecconi, who drives it all the way to the fence in center field. He's rounding first. He's heading into second. That's for a stand-up double for this young man. That's 1 out with a runner in scoring position for Beacon Hill early in this game. Then Kennedy looking to cash in a runner, but Delure would rear back, and he would throw a strike. That's a beauty of a pitch right there from this young man. And 2 outs, runner in scoring position. Up to bat is Keelan McDuff, and he is going to absolutely rip one down the first baseline all the way to the wall, and that's going to bring home Trecconi. And look at that, just like that, stand-up double for McDuff. Beacon Hill has taken a 1-0 lead in the bottom of the second inning. Then Cruikshank looking to cash in McDuff, but Delure, he says enough's enough, and he would just blow one by this young man. And that's it, but not before Beacon Hill puts one on the board, and that's 1-0 going in it. Top of the third inning. Top of the third inning, Motteshaw at the plates for Nashville. And look out, Meacham, he's already struck out 2 in this inning. He would blow one right by Motteshaw for the third out. This young man has 9 Ks. 9 Ks through third inning. And Henry Fan, he would lead off the bottom of the third inning for the Beacon Hill squad. And that's Delure going to offer one up. Oh, that is a 1-hopper right to Delure over to first base for the out. This is the first out of the inning. And then Beatty would take his turn for Beacon Hill, and Delure, he would just blow one by him on 4 pitches. That's for the second out of the inning. Young man's having a day. And then Ben Hirsch would step up to the plate, and Delure would blow one by him. young man is having a day, just like I said before. He's got it really rolling. That's 3 outs heading to the top of the 4th inning. And top of the 4th inning, and Meacham, he would strike out 1, but he has walked the bases loaded, and Petrovic is going to step up to the plate, and he is just going to slap one down second base. It's going to find its way through. And coming in to score is Silve to knot this thing up 1-1. Bases are still loaded. Beacon Hill looking like they're in some trouble. Now Delure looking to cash in some more runs for National. And Meacham, he rears back and he blows one by Delure. That is a beauty of a pitch for this young man. He has got K's left and right. And Meacham doing everything he can to stop National from breaking this one wide open. And with the bases loaded, a dangerous hitter steps up to the plate, and Cam Galloway, Meacham staring him down, and Meacham would rear back, and he is going to just freeze him, and he gets out of a jam with only 1 run. This score is 1-1, all tied up heading into the bottom of the 4th. And Dragicevic, he would come up to the plate for Beacon Hill, lead things off, and he is going to drop in a seeing eye dog that just gets right in the middle of everybody. That's the leadoff runner on right there. Then Noah Deere, he would step up to the plate for the Beacon Hill team, and he is going to pop one right up to Silve at first base. That's going to hold the runner. Then McDonald Dorchuk, he'd step up to the plate, and he is going to drive this one right to second base, and they eat it up right there with a beauty. Is Poirier for the 2nd out of the inning, and the runner over to third base. And that is runner in scoring position, and Delure is going to put up an offering to Scott McDougall. He's going to drive one. That is to left field, and it's going deep. Well, what a catch by Jerry Leong for the 3rd out of the inning, and that's going to leave the runner at 3rd. That is a beauty of an inning, and 1-1 still going to the top of the 5th. And in the top of the 5th inning, Meacham would strike out the first batter he faced, and then he's out with from a pitch count. And this young man, I got him at 12 Ks. I'll tell you what, that was a great effort and looked really good out there. And in relief comes Sky McDougall. And this young man, he's quite the pitcher, so this is going to be a tough one and a tough place for him to be in this 1-1 game, late in this ball game. And McDougall, he's throwing to Shaver, and Shaver, he's going to ground right out the second baseman, right on his way to Henry Fan, and that is a great pickup, throw to first base. You got to love that. That's 2 outs for this Beacon Hill squad. Ben Foreman at the dish, and he is looking to get this National team take the lead, and McDougall eyes it up, and he just throws a nice strike, and that is ripped out. That's a 1-hopper all the way over to Hirsch with a fantastic throw over to first place. That is a tough play and a great pay late in this ball game for this young man. And Delure, he's still on the mound for National. He is throwing a quiet gem here, and he's going to face leadoff hitter. That's Gourlay, and Gourlay is going to pop this one up, and everybody get out of the way, because there is Petrovic. He says, that's my ball. That's for the 1st out of the inning. Then Meacham, he's going to step up to the plate, and he's going to rear back. He just drives one out to right field, and that is right to James. James does a great job there covering that ball. Ciccone would walk, and that brings up Kennedy, and Kennedy is going to drive this ball to right field, but there is the sure-handed James for the 3rd out of the inning. Well, we're going to the top of the 6th, folks. We got a doozy here. McDougall still on the mound for Beacon Hill, and he is going to pitch to Jorgensen, and Jorgensen's going to pop it up, and that's right to Fan, and Fan takes it for the 1st out. McDougall would strike out Manishaw, but then he would walk Silve. Then McDougall would face Matthew Poirier, and he's looking for the 3rd out of the inning, and he is going to rear back, and he just paints the corner with this pitch. That is 3 outs, and we're going to the bottom of the 6th, tied 1-1. And after Delure struck out the first 2 batters he faced in the bottom of the 6th inning, Henry Fan steps up to the plate. He's going to look to do something here. He puts the ball in play, and Jorgensen's going to pick that one up right over to Manishaw with a beautiful play. That ends the inning. We're going to extra innings, folks. This has been one heck of a ball game. Both teams playing really, really well. Cruikshank in to pitch for Beacon Hill. He walked the first runner he faced, and then on a pass, Paul Liang would move over to second base, putting a runner in scoring position for this National team. And Loritz enjoying this nail-biter, looking for their opponent who they play tomorrow. And Cruikshank pitching to Johnson with that runner at second. And Johnson is going to look to drive this ball, and drive it he does. He rips it back. Oh, but right there is Trecconi with a fantastic catch. And he's like a vacuum out there and leaves that runner at second base. He holds him, and that's one out. Runners at first and second as Petrovic got on base by way of an error. And that's Cruikshank to Delura. He would just blow one by him, and high heater on the inside. That is for 2 outs. They hold the runner at first and second. And Cruikshank, he would walk Galloway, and that is going to load the bases up with 2 out in this pressure cooker of a game. You know, it doesn't get any better than this. That is all racked up right there. And Cruikshank, he is going to face James. 2 outs, and James is going to slap it right to Fan, and Fan right over to first base. They're third out of the inning, and Beacon Hill gets out of it. The jam, and they're going to head to the bottom of the 7th with a chance to win the ball game. And Delure still on the mound, bottom of the 7th inning for this National squad, and up to bat is Beatty, and he is going to blow one right by Beatty. Painted the corner again on the outside for 1 out for this National team. Well, that's going to be it for Delure. He just played a heck of a game. He's out on pitch count. You know, he kept these guys in at 7 innings, and you're still pitching. I'll tell you what, you have pitched a gem, young man. That is nice to watch. And that's going to bring in Sylvie in relief in this bottom of the 7th inning, and he is going to try and take care of business here with 1 out. And he would end up walking the first batter he faces in Hirsch. That's runner at first. And up to bat, Dragicevic. And look out, Sylvie, he would take, oh, that's the outside corner again. And that'll take it. That's 2 out in this inning. And Noah Deere is going to drive this ball right into left field. And that is going to drop. Runner's going to second base. And he stops there. Oh, no, he doesn't. He's taking third on a smart play. That's great base running there by Hirsch. That's first and third with 2 outs in the inning. This crowd's going crazy. They're loving this. And Sylvie, that'll be it for his night tonight. And in comes Jerry Liang looking to shut things down in this bottom of the 7th inning. Then McDonald, Dorchuk steps up to the plate, runners at first and third. The Deer with the delivery, and that is picked up right there by Petrovic with a nice arm over to first base. That's the 3rd out of the inning. That retires the side. Runners left on base. We're heading to the top of the 8th inning. Runners started second base at Little League after the 8th inning, and here is the pitch, and that is Schaefer has ripped the ball right into the gap, and that is going to score James and take with him with a double. Shaver, I'll tell you what, taking the lead is this National squad. Shaver in with a stand-up double, and waiting in the wings, cheering loud is this Loritz squad. A runner on first by a hit pitch by Cruikshank, and Cruikshank would deliver the ball, and this ball is picked up nicely. Meacham, and he would take the sure out at third. That's 1 out. Runners at first and second. And next up is Modashaw, and he's looking to cash in some insurance runs, but he is blown away by a low and away from Cruikshank. That is a nasty pitch right there. And then Sylvie at the plate, and Cruikshank. Oh, it's low and away. A minute. That is a 3rd strike, and that's the name of that one. And there he goes. Cruikshank takes care of business, but not before Loritz goes ahead 2-1. At bottom of the 8th, 1-run lead for Nashville, and that is Liang. He's facing McDougall. And runner at second base, and look out, McDougall. He is going to slash at this one, but that's Monashot take the sure out at first. And there is a throw over to third base, and that is an error, and skid to score. McConnell Dorchuk, and he can't believe this. It's all knotted up at 2. Bottom of the 8th inning. Wow, this is crazy. And nobody on, 1 out, and that's Gourlay at the plate, and he's going to drive this. There's Modashaw again, and he's going to get the out at first base. That's 2 out. National is pushing this one. They're looking to get 1 more out to push us to 9 innings. Dan Liang would mock Beacham. He's going to take first base, and look out, this thing is not over yet. And that will bring Trecconi up to the plate. And Liang will throw a wild pitch, and that is going to move Meacham over to second base into scoring position. He goes. 2-2 tie, bottom of the 8th, runner in scoring position. Jack Treccone rips this ball. That's going deep, deep. Look out. That is fun all the way. That is, look at this. Beacon Hill's going nuts. That'll score. That's the end of the game. That's a 2-run shot by Treccone. And they are unleashed, unhinged. And this Beacon Hill squad has just taken the ball game 4-2 on this shot by Treccone. Like, you know, you don't see this very often. That is that's a heartbreaker, you know, for National, who played so well. These both squad played excellent, but, you know, you've got to give it to this Beacon Hill squad. They just came back at the end and never say die. And look out, they just stamped their ticket in tomorrow, where they'll take on Loritz at 12 o'clock. You know, pitching was fantastic. Hitting was timely. Somebody had to win, and it was Beacon Hill today. We caught up with Jack Treccone on his walk-off home run shot heard around Victoria.
What a game.
Yeah.
And all the way down to the wire, like it's the 8th inning. You got to. Tell me, you're up to plate. You got a guy on third. Tell me all about it.
I was really nervous because I didn't want to mess up. Yeah, we were super excited hitting that.
What did that feel like? I came off your bat pretty good. Tell me.
Yeah, it felt pretty good.
Yeah, awesome.
Yeah, I was super excited.
Yeah. How's it feel going into tomorrow, into the finals for districts?
Really good. I'm super excited to play Layers tomorrow.
Well, folks, that was Little League Baseball Majors at its best. You know, that game was amazing. And, you know, more to come tomorrow when Beacon Hill plays Loritz at 12 o'clock. This one was a crazy one. And, you know, you got to love that when that's why you got to get out in the community. You got to support events like this. My name is Cam Smith with Youth Sports Production. Thank you for tuning in, and we'll see you on the field.